Well, teachers are gathering here tonight because I think we're trying to make sure that the housing crisis in London becomes an issue that isn't just about people campaigning on estates and people campaigning in their neighbourhoods and communities, but it's an issue at the heart of the union because it's having a direct impact on the conditions in our workplaces, but also in the conditions of the children that we're teaching and the parents and the service users.
Young teachers are being forced to never be able to save enough money to buy a home and having to constantly move around to try and find something cheaper and better and travel long distances to get to work.
I'm renting at the moment and it's really expensive in a small flat and I just want to see a change.
I haven't been living in Camden for about 5 years now because the rents have just pushed me out. First I moved south of the river, now I've moved east out to Zone 3 in East London. I pay £1,100 for a one-bedroom flat.
Our head of history is leaving at the end of term and she's just said because I want to buy a house and because we've got a child and we don't want to live in a one-bedroom flat because we can't afford anything else. It
feels like a kind of, I'm being socially cleansed out of the area which I grew up in and which I love.
The slogan of our campaign is London needs teachers, teachers can't afford London. The average rate of a one-bedroom flat in this city is something like £1,500. So if I was to rent a one-bedroom flat by myself, that would be my entire month's wage gone.
Housing isn't an issue just for young teachers.
We've looked at our association and a third of our teachers in Wandsworth are under the age of 35. And what that means with all the other statistics we've heard tonight is that this government is sleepwalking into a recruitment disaster and a teaching disaster in our schools. And I'll tell you, if parents understood that, I think there would be a lot more disquiet than there is at the moment.
It's a hard issue to mobilise around. It's not a point where people are in a collective at homes, in their houses as private renters. It can be a hard issue to mobilise around, but don't underestimate the resonance it has when we do so. The March for Homes was not 500,000, it was not 50,000, it was 5,000 people marching through London, but it was an extremely important demonstration, and it was a demonstration that had an effect because they know that it cuts with what millions of people are thinking out there. So we need to build that movement, and everybody in here, I'm really pleased, is saying there must be another March for Homes before the mayoral election, and I hope our union will be part of working with others to make sure that happens.